Hey everyone, and welcome to Move Placentia's Learn to Swim program. I'm Manny.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Nalani, and today we'll be teaching our level 1 skills.
Before we begin, make sure you have these items: a towel, sunscreen, and a kickboard. Now Andrew will demonstrate safe water entries. First, using the ladder, he's holding the railing while slowly stepping down. Now he's demonstrating the slide-in method. Andrew's turning his body first, then lowering himself into the water. If your child is comfortable, they can jump in with assistance as demonstrated. Make sure your child always ensures that there are no people or objects in the way by looking before they leap. To start off the lesson, we will demonstrate a game called red light, green light. Have your child face the wall and kick their feet. Yellow is big and slow kicks. Green light is fast and little kicks. And red light means stop. Moving on to blowing bubbles. To get your child more comfortable with getting their face wet, have them practice blowing bubbles. If your child feels comfortable with bubbles, they can try doing bobs. Have your child place both hands on the wall and take a deep breath and submerge their head into the water as demonstrated by Manny and Andrew. But if they are not comfortable doing it alone, you can bring them off the wall, face each other, and do a bob with them. The next skill we will go over is Flutter Kick using a kickboard. To support your child, hold the top of the kickboard with one hand and put your other hand underneath their stomach. Make sure that their hips stay up and their kicks are making splashes above the water. Once your child starts to keep their hips up on their own, you can hold the top of the kickboard and walk in front of them. If there are two parents or guardians available, here is another way to work on the skills. To utilize two instructors, form a box formation standing parallel from each other. Andrew is demonstrating the Flutter Kick, and first kicking to Manny and then Nalani, then back to the wall. We will now show a skill we call Superman. To demonstrate the skill, place one hand on top of the other and face down while kicking. This is also known as the streamline position. Now have your child practice the skill, supporting their hands and underneath their stomach. Once again, we will show the box demonstration, but with the Superman arms. So Andrew's going to come out to Manny, make sure the arms are straight on top of the water, and there's a nice flutter kick. Out to Nalani, and then back to the wall. Next, we will demonstrate front crawl arms. To practice the skill on the wall, you begin kicking while facing down in the water and circling the arms like a windmill. Manny is also demonstrating side breathing while practicing his front crawl arms. When practicing front crawl arms, the fingers should never be spread apart too much. Instead, keep the fingers slightly closed to create a scoop with your hand to go down into the water instead of slapping the surface. Next, using a kickboard, have your child practice the front crawl arms you just demonstrated while simultaneously kicking their feet. Have them grab the bottom of the kickboard instead of the top for this skill. You can also practice the same skill using your forearm instead of a kickboard. Ensure that your child has their face in the water for this skill, since this prevents their hips from sinking. Once your child has the technique down, they can try swimming about 5 feet without assistance from the wall to where you're standing. If you see their hips start to sink, offer some support by placing your arm underneath their stomach. The same box formation can be used for practicing front crawl arms as well. Again, helping if assistance is needed. Now we will demonstrate the back float. For back floats, make sure your hips stay up and your head is pointing to the sky, keeping your chin up. Now look to the sky and pretend a string is pulling your stomach up, and spread your limbs like a starfish. Practicing with your child, you want to support their head with your shoulder, making sure their chin is not tucked and they are looking up into the sky. If they are beginning to float on their own, you can gradually move their head from your shoulder. Now we will demonstrate the front float. To perform the front float, spread your limbs out like a starfish, take a deep breath in, and put your face in the water. To practice front floats with your child, face the front of your child and support their chest or their stomach. Again, make sure the hips stay up and their feet are spread apart. Lastly, we will be demonstrating a few safe water exits. First, using the ladder, support yourself with the railing and climb up the stairs. If your child needs assistance up the stairs, support them by their hips. If your child is strong enough, they can use this method called the elbow, knee method. But if they need assistance, they can use your leg as a stair.
Thank you for tuning in to our Learn to Swim program. Tune in next week for more Move Placentia videos.